Good Monday evening, Southeast Texas looking at a pretty good chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Better chances up in the lakes. This is 60% coverage for the triangle, and leftover rain coming up Wednesday. Then a break in the weather with dry weather expected Thursday and Friday, and then upper level disturbance coming in either Saturday night or Sunday. We'll give it a 20 to 30% probability at this point. As far as temperatures, looking at above normal temperatures coming up on Tuesday, near normal temperatures on Wednesday, certainly by the afternoon. And then as we head towards late this week and this weekend, looking at lows in the 30s and 40s and highs in the 50s, about 5 to 10, maybe 15 degrees below normal due to this powerful cold front and trough of low pressure that's over Utah back over to Southern California. A lot of wind energy in this trough and this storm system. Very strong jet stream coming in over Texas, and at the ground level where you and I live, winds are going to be out of the south and southeast. But look at the winds aloft. They're out of the southwest. That's at the jet stream level at about 28,000 feet. So there's a big angle. In other words, quite a difference in the direction of the winds as you go up into the atmosphere. So thunderstorms, as they develop, will want to rotate. That's when you get into problems as far as severe weather and isolated tornadoes. So I think most of that's going to be over to northern Louisiana, northeast Texas, and Arkansas, but can't rule out maybe an isolated tornado here in southeast Texas. And let me go back to that and show you that, again, with that strong jet stream over the state of Texas, there is an enhanced risk up towards the lakes area and over towards central Louisiana, a slight risk of severe weather in the triangle. So what does that mean? Well, isolated tornadoes, mainly up in the lakes area, 10% probability and about a 5% probability here in the triangle. Should any storms rotate and go severe, they will also be capable of damaging winds at about a 15% probability and damaging hail at a 15% probability. Again, the worst of the weather should be up towards the lakes area and into northern Louisiana, but you still have to watch it on radar for any isolated storms that do become severe here in the triangle. Otherwise, tonight looks breezy with an east to southeast wind and cloudy skies. Temperatures dropping into the lower 60s in the lakes, mid 60s in the triangle. A warm front will be lifting up out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that'll provide the instability needed for tomorrow's potential severe weather. High temperatures tomorrow will likely get into the mid to upper 70s. Afternoon, we'll start to watch on radar these individual isolated, what we call discrete cells. And again, those will be having the tendency to rotate. And you know what that means, that they could be severe with isolated tornadoes. But again, I think the best of a chance will be up towards the lakes area with the best chance of shower and thunderstorm activity in the lakes. We'll go with an 80% coverage up that way, about a 60% coverage here in the triangle ahead of the front that comes in Wednesday morning. On the Gulf of Mexico, rough seas tomorrow around 3 to 5, maybe some isolated 6-foot seas out there in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll see south winds at 15 to 20, maybe some 25-knot gusts in the coastal waters. For tonight, cloudy skies, cool and humid, maybe some isolated showers towards daybreak. Lower 60s lakes, mid 60s triangle with a breezy east to southeast wind at 5 to 15. Tomorrow we're going with high temperatures into the mid to upper 70s, a 60 to 80% coverage. Best chance of severe up towards the lakes area, but we'll see gusty winds at 10 to 15, maybe some gusts to 30 miles an hour. Let me show you Futurecast, and it's showing 20, 25, 30 mile per hour wind gusts coming up tomorrow. That shows us a lot of wind energy in the atmosphere coming up tomorrow. So again, 60 to 80% coverage, best timetable, mid to late afternoon hours, and again ahead of it, could see temperatures topping out into the mid to upper 70. Looking at about a 50% coverage here in the triangle Wednesday morning as that front pushes through. We're scheduling some sun Wednesday afternoon as drier air mass filters on into the area. Dry weather expected Thursday and Friday with chilly mornings and cool afternoons. Clouds may be on the increase on Friday, and then over the weekend we'll see a disturbance coming on in that'll bring abundant cloud cover and about a 20 to 30% coverage of showers. Lows will be in the 40s, highs in the 50s. Then a short-lived warm-up is possible coming up Monday and Tuesday. Yes, I'm using a lot of words like possible and maybe. It's just not very clear, but that's because of modeling different models have different ideas. So still watching that uncertainty. But again, a cold front coming in on Tuesday. The big question is, there's going to be some Arctic air in play. The question is, does that Arctic air make it to southeast Texas, or does it stay up into North Texas? Too early to tell right now, but we're going to go with certainly much cooler weather as we head towards Thursday, a week from Thursday. Highs may not be out of the 40s coming up. And again, it's all dependent upon how much of that cold air drains south into the state of Texas. Again, severe weather potential tomorrow, not guaranteed, but we'll certainly be watching here on 12 News. So follow us on Facebook and Twitter, download our app, and as always, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com.